What we hear around us is what influences us, and some belief system is going to develop. Some belief system is going to develop by which we judge everything else. The value of money, the value of eternity, the value of God. In other words, everything gets influenced by it. And so you place in that grid. If that child has grown up the Word of God, godly mothers and godly parents, godly fathers, teaching, instructing them, praying with them, and all the rest, they're going to look at things one way. But if they don't, you're going to allow the ungodly to program the grid system of the mind of your children. You cannot allow that to happen. But it will happen if you don't do something about it. So I'm going to make you some suggestions here. They'll be on the screen in a few moments. Very simple words, because if you will think in terms of these things, I know they work. I know by experience they work. And somebody says, well, I'm a single mom. So was my mother. And you know what? In spite of that, she taught me the truth. In spite of the fact that she never passed the 6th grade, she taught me the truth. She laid down principles. She demonstrated. She showed me. She could not take the Bible and teach me a biblical principle that would be theologically out of a theology book. But she had a copy of the Word of God. And she would show me what the Word of God says. And she would tell me why we needed to abide by that. So I'm simply saying to you as a single parent, whether you're a father or a mother, the truth is you can. It will work. But it takes time. It takes investment of time. It takes investment of love. It takes investment of forgiveness and understanding and openness. But you can do it. Don't give up. No, don't excuse yourself to say, well, I'm a single parent and therefore I can't do all these things and I don't know any theology and so forth. Listen carefully. I'm not a salesman and I don't ever try to be. But I do know wisdom when I see it. If you say, well, I don't know what to teach them, the Life Principle Bible has 30 basic principles, key principles, easily, clearly explained and illustrated. And that Life Principle Bible, which you've probably seen advertised on a program at some point, if you don't have anything else, if you can get those 30 principles into the life of your children, I'm telling you, they will be equipped to take anything that's thrown at their grid system. It is your responsibility as a parent. Listen to what Moses told the children of Israel. He says, this is your responsibility because you're going to go into a pagan society. I don't want you, he said, you're not to marry the foreigners. You're not to pick up their practices. You're not to believe in their gods. And in order to equip you so that you will not do that, here's what he said. This is the commandments, which the statutes and the judgments which the Lord your God has commanded me to teach you, that you might do them in the land where you are going over to possess it. So, listen to this. So that you and your sons and your grandsons might fear the Lord your God, to keep all the statutes and his commandments which I command you all the days of your life, and that your days may be prolonged. He says, the reason I'm commanding you these things and teaching you is I want to get you ready because you're going to live among pagans. O Israel, you should listen and be careful to do it, that it may be well with you. Then he says in verse 5, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. These words which I'm commanding you today shall be on your heart. Listen to what he says to those parents in that day. It still remains true today. And the failure is everywhere evidence to us. But listen to what he says.